A YouTuber who murdered his pregnant girlfriend and falsely claimed he was live streaming a video game as an alibi has been jailed for life with a minimum term of 31 years. Stephen McCullagh, 36, was convicted by a jury at Belfast Crown Court in March of killing Natalie McNally, 32, who was 15 weeks pregnant with their child. During the attack at her home in Lurgan on the 18th of December 2022, she suffered stab wounds and strangulation. McCullagh concocted an alibi that he had been live streaming himself playing computer games on his channel when Miss McNally was murdered.
I'm still alive. Good. Right, yeah.
But police experts discovered the 6-hour live stream had actually been filmed 4 days before and broadcast as live on the night of the murder. Speaking outside court after McCullagh was found guilty, Miss McNally's brother Declan McNally said, "Violence against women and girls is the shame of our society and we must do everything possible to end it." The video platform giant YouTube removed McCullagh's account following his murder conviction.
Stephen, you're under arrest for murder. You do not have to say anything, but I must caution you that if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court, it may harm your defence. If you do say anything, it may be given in evidence.
Murder? Wait. Stephen, this stage is on suspicion. We're seizing your phone. My colleague's going to be seizing your phone now. So if you hold that,
And in sentence, Judge Mr. Justice Kinney said McCullagh presented himself to Miss McNally's family as devastated, distraught and shocked, and arrived at their home on Christmas Day for her wake. He added that McCullagh's falsified live stream was integral to his plan, saying it had been carefully curated to appear as if it was streaming live and to provide the defendant a carefully planned complete alibi to the murder. "You planned this murder in remorseful detail," the judge added. "You attacked someone you profess to love in a frenzied assault, which was characterized by its excessive violence. Despite that frenzy, the killing was cold-blooded and calculated, as evidenced by the extensive planning leading up to the murder and your actions afterwards. Your behaviour towards the McNally family showed your absolute determination to cover your tracks." The judge also said that the sentence cannot possibly reflect the value of Natalie's life, or indeed that of her unborn child. Speaking outside of the court after the sentencing, Miss McNally's father, Noel, said his family had endured unimaginable pain and grief over the loss of our beautiful daughter. "Today, we do not celebrate the sentence handed down, as Bernadette, my 3 boys, and myself are serving a life sentence since the murder of our beloved Natalie, but hopefully it will serve to deter and to help stop violence against women and girls in this country," he added. A sentencing hearing in May heard that McCullagh told his probation officer that the murder was evil and vicious and referred to himself as a monster after first insisting he was not guilty. He also said, "I am sorry for what I did to that poor family. What I did to Natalie, I would take it back if I could." In a statement after the sentencing, the Police Service of Northern Ireland Detective Chief Inspector Neil McGuinness paid tribute to Miss McNally, a much-loved daughter and sister. He described McCullagh's crime as a sustained and shockingly violent attack which took Natalie's life and that of her unborn son, and said his efforts to conceal the crime showed him masqueraded as the distraught and caring partner. "This was an attack that sent shockwaves right across the community," he added, referring to it as a case of domestic homicide. "Not only was it distressingly brutal in nature," the Chief Inspector said, "it was meticulously and coldly premeditated. A loving family are left with unimaginable heartache. They have lost their beloved Natalie and the baby boy they so dearly wanted to welcome into their family. Please like this video, please comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.
December, Stephen. I see you're studying the video there. I'll give you a minute. So from 4 p.m. on the 18th of December, you were telling the world that you were going to be live streaming in 2 hours' time, from 6 o'clock till midnight. You had sent out a Twitter post and an Instagram post saying that you would be live streaming the Violent Night Christmas live gaming stream. Extremely goodness. You give the appearance of being at home playing Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, on your device. Now your device has been examined. It was seized and it was examined. And there is nothing to suggest that you were on that device between 6 o'clock and midnight on the 18th of December. There was no activity on your device between 6 and 12.
You were using for that stream, so no user initiated actions. There was nobody there. The first time there is somebody there is when your phone is checked. That's when you're back.
Today, the man who murdered Natalie has been held accountable for this calculated and brutal crime. A crime for which he has shown absolutely no remorse. He tried to create a false alibi by faking a social media live stream. He tried to point the finger of blame at an innocent person. He tried to portray himself as a grieving partner. I now want to turn my focus to Natalie's family. The respect and dignity they have shown is truly remarkable. I want to thank them for trusting us to get justice for Natalie.
Stephen McCullagh has appeared before court today for the murder of Natalie McNally. The 36-year-old has been given a life sentence in March after a jury unanimously found him guilty of Natalie's murder. Today, he was told he will serve a minimum of 31 years in prison. Here, he carried out a sustained and shockingly violent attack which took Natalie's life and that of her unborn son. Having returned to his Lisburn home, McCullagh revisited the address some 24 hours later, whereupon, pretending to have just discovered that tragic scene, he phoned the ambulance service. Here, and for the weeks that followed, he masqueraded as a distraught and caring partner. This was an attack that sent shockwaves right across the community. Not only was it distressingly brutal in nature, it was meticulously and coldly premeditated. McCullagh had devised an alibi, seemingly live streaming for 6 hours on a social media platform at the time of Natalie's murder. In reality, he had walked some distance from his home, taken a bus to Lurgan, all the while concealing his appearance in order to carry out his brutal attack. Thanks to the efforts and expertise of our cybercrime officers, irrefutable evidence was obtained to show that this footage had in fact been pre-recorded several days earlier.
As my sons have already said on the day of the verdict, over the past 3.5 years, our family has went through unimaginable pain and grief from the loss of our beautiful daughter, Natalie. We would like to thank everyone who has helped us to get here today, all our family and friends, the whole community of Lurgan, our Craigavon and throughout this country and beyond, for all the kindness and the support we have received. We would also like to thank the PSNI and the Prosecution Service for getting us to this conclusion here today. Today we do not celebrate the sentence handed down as Bernard, my 3 boys and myself are serving a life sentence since the murder of our beloved Natalie. But hopefully it will serve to deter and to help stop violence against women and girls in this country. With respect, we are now asking for some privacy to continue to grieve. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.